Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here for the 5150 Racing League presented by Hutchinson Motorsports. We're here for the Super Speedway series at iRacing Super Speedway for the first round of the playoffs. Our practice has just finished up and our racers will be starting qualifying here shortly. Today we got a little treat for you though. Here in the booth with me is fan favorite bump and run Jesse Becker.
How is it going, Blake? It's a joy to be up here with you to get to watch these guys go at it for 45 laps tonight.
Yeah, this should be an awesome show, and it's just great to have somebody up here in the booth with me. Whenever I heard that you were doing race control, I said, "Hey, why not have him up here?" And thankfully, you agreed.
Absolutely, I can still click buttons and talk to you at the same time, so I figured why not.
Yep. Now, as race control, what kind of things are you looking for?
Just basically, if somebody, for example, gets spun, so say you're drafting with somebody and somebody gets hooked and they spin, but the guy that spun them just gets away scot-free with it, that person's likely going to end up getting sent to the end of the line because we sort of feel that it's unfair if somebody causes a wreck that they get to just gain a position from it. So that's the main thing I'll be looking out for tonight. The other thing is, if we need a yellow flag or something, I'll be able to throw that and etc.
Okay. Yep. And I'm pretty sure most of our viewers here at home are gonna get that. So our first offense is gonna be an end of line. Now, the second offense is that something different, or are you just giving end of lines all race?
Second offense is end of line and a stop and go penalty.
Okay, and then does it keep progressing after that?
I'll be honest, I hope it doesn't get to that point because I can't remember.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get there. Looks like we got a pretty decent turnout. How many cars are we up to?
It's like we've got
11? Not counting you out there. I think we got 11. Too bad.
Yep. I think we got 13 registered, so
Okay,
it might be 12.
All right, we'll take that. It looks like Bobby Hadaway just joined. Bobby Hadaway with a new look today in the Javelin car. Even though he's number 52 in our programs, he's number 28 on the track.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, we see that a lot. You know what? I better.
Yeah, Bobby is a big fan of custom number paints that don't match his number.
Oh yeah, and we see that a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I've done it myself.
I think we've all done it a time or two.
Oh, it looks like Hunter Terpstra just joined here. Well, so yeah, not a bad turnout here for our first round of the playoffs. So our viewers at home, this is the first round of the playoffs. We got 6 racers in the playoffs. So we have this week and next week, and then the following week after that's our last race. So our racers have 2 races to try and advance. It's kind of like the real Cup playoffs. If you win, you advance, and otherwise it goes by points. So we got 6 racers racing for 4 spots. And those 6 racers are gonna be. We got Justin Rosen, Frank Warner, Ethan Halsey, Taylor Rogers, William Baker, and our other playoff driver not here, Treadwell.
Brian Treadwell is here. He is here. And I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but we are currently in qualifying. So we have an exciting switch up, an accidental exciting switch up of open qualifying for our first round of the playoffs.
I was looking at my other monitor and I didn't even notice, so that's really going to change things up. Usually qualifying and run, obviously you're running by yourself, but these guys are going to be padding that draft.
I'll tell you the truth, the only reason I noticed is because Carson George came over the net and asked, "What is going on? Why can I see other cars?" And then I came to the realization, yep, this is not supposed to happen, but yet here we are.
Well, it should be fun. I mean, it is a playoff. May as well do something cool.
Yeah, I'd like to also note that Team EFR has been the best here in the open qualifying because they're all 3 teamed up, and right now, for the group of them, have a 4/10 lead over everybody else.
Yep, and what a smart strategy. These Team EFR, as soon as they went out on the track, they noticed that this is group qualifying, and they said, "Hey, let's team up," and it's really working out for them. They got the top 3 right now.
Yeah, it makes you wonder when the session got set up if some Discord DMs didn't get sent, like "LOL, watch this," or if it was an accident.
It wouldn't surprised me that Ethan Halsey. He can be a real trickster sometimes.
He's got a lot of moves up his sleeve, that is for sure.
Speaking of the devil, though, we got a new quick time. That's Ethan Halsey in the one spot in the 61 Domino's car on the pole.
He passed Justin Franklin by 5/10.
Pretty smart move there. I'm pretty sure he hung back to start finish line and then got that momentum. Brought him up there in the pole position. It's by quite a bit, honestly. He's got it by a half second, so there's really nobody near him.
Well, with him being in that Domino's pizza car, if he can get a pizza to my house that fast, I'd be happy with it.
That's a great segue. You know, our viewers at home, if you're hungry and think you don't have much to do once the race starts, give Domino's a call. You got drivers like Ethan Halsey, and it's going to get there in a jiffy.
Ethan's so fast that you could order, and he'll pull off the track, and he'll get it to your house and get back before the race starts. So
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm going to take a look at Hunter Terpster's pulling out on the track right now. He's all on his own. He's going to try and find a draft teammate here for this qualifying session.
yeah, he's a Hutchinson Motorsports guy out here.
That's right. You know, Hutchinson Motorsports, it's an umbrella team underneath EFR, so... Oh, and it looks, speaking of the devil... Oh, and then
oh my!
He does not get any help from his semi-teammates. Team EFR's run has ended, thanks to the 21 of Hunter Terpster.
I do believe he got the opposite of help, actually.
Yep,
that is for sure.
You know what? I mean, that car is jumping.
Yeah, that's going to come out of your pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really not happy about that. There was no reason for him to do what he did. No sense there. Wasted.
Oh well, it is what it is. So Blake, you did not own this track, correct? Prior to this race, right?
That's correct. I bought it today.
So you've not ran a single lap on this track before?
You know, I think I brought out the Lucas Oil Pro truck out on this track and did a lap. But yeah, that's the only lap I've done on this track.
The best way I can describe this track from, being in a race on this track is just one simple word, and that is scary. Because if you're in a draft and, you don't see what's going on in front of you, and then all of a sudden you're dipping into the, I think, highest banked turns I've ever seen in my life, it's very intense.
Yeah.
And it takes you for a ride, for sure.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a good segue for me to bring up our track diagram here. Hutchinson Motorsports race infos here. Pull it up for our fans. Right there is a graph of the track, and you can kind of tell this is like a big paper clip. You got those sharp corners, but they're highly banked. Could be a fun race today to watch.
I don't think if you were out there on the track, I don't know if you could walk up these turns or if you'd just not be able to.
Honestly, I don't think you could. This track makes Talladega and Daytona look like a track.
Oh yeah. I do have to ask, do you know the origins of the idea for this track?
I don't. Let us know, Jesse.
So, way back in the day, in the NASCAR video games of the mid-2000s, they had the Coca-Cola Super Speedway, which was almost like an Easter egg. Like if you did a certain thing in the game, it would unlock. I believe that's what it was. And so iRacing made this as an homage to the Coca-Cola Super Speedway of the mid-2000s NASCAR games.
That's very interesting. I'm sure most of our fans at home didn't know that either. So it's great to learn that.
Yeah, as somebody who works for Coca-Cola in real life, it's a shame to learn that they did not want to sponsor the iRacing version. That would have been really cool, but it's definitely a very interesting track.
Well,
and
if you work for Coca-Cola, I just want to thank you, because I drink the most Coke Zero out of anybody in the world. I just do those things.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Anything for you. But this track is not as easy to drive in iRacing as it was when I was, roughly 9-10 years old on a PlayStation 2 controller, so they're gonna have their hands full once we get racing here.
And you know what? And after that wreck where Hunter Terpster pulled out on the track and just jumped Ethan Halsey's car, it appears that Justin Roseman and Frank Warner stayed out there. Look at the new pole sitter. Justin Roseman has just put down a new quick time, and Frank Warner is now in second. So Ethan Halsey has kind of been left hung out to dry by his teammates.
He is second by 1/1000th of a second,
Oh,
which is
well, I didn't
even
notice that.
more
Yep.
impressive to me.
Very
It just
impressive.
shows to go how much the cars rely on each other in the draft, honestly.
Yep. So yeah,
But for them
Justin
to get
Roseman.
that speed with 2 cars versus 3, it's definitely impressive.
And it kind of makes me wonder, is it possible that Ethan Halsey was slowing these guys down?
Hey, he could have been. It's
I don't
definitely
know.
possible.
I mean, all I can see is as soon as Ethan Halsey leaves the pack, they put down in second place. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I guess he could have, if he was driving with his left hand and he had his right hand on that hot bag holding those pizzas steady, it might have distracted him a little bit. So,
That's possible. And it looks like that's going to wrap up our qualifying here. I'm going to pull up the standings board here. Right now, we got Justin Rosema in your pole position, time of 45.03. And in second position, we got the 9 car, Team EF, Frank Warner. Third place, Ethan Halsey with a 4.453. Sitting in fourth, Carson George in the 14 car. Fifth place, we got Matt Sharp. Sixth place, William Baker. Seventh place, Ivan DeChamps. Eighth, we got Jordan Schur, the dirt track driver. Ninth place, we got Taylor Litzenberger, who's been on a screecher lately, just winning and getting second last week. I believe he won 2 or 3 in a row and then got second. Then we got Sheldon, and wrapping up the field is Hadaway in the 11th spot. And that's going to bring our racers here to grid here shortly. We're going to get underway. We got 45 laps. 45 laps around this 3 mile. Is it 3.5 mile or 3 mile, Jesse?
what was that, Blake? I'm sorry.
Is this track, do you know if is it 3 miles or 3.5 miles?
It is 3 miles in length.
All right. And now Talladega, how big's Talladega? Is it the same?
Talladega, I believe, is just under 2.5 miles.
Okay. All right. So our viewers at home, we've been watching Talladega, Daytona lately. This track, it's bigger, more banked. Should be more speed. And there's our field there, getting all grid up. We're going to go up in the sky with the Hutchinson Motorsports blimp. We're going to see how it's looking. What is he looking at? I don't know. He's looking at the stands right now. We can't see anything, folks. So let's switch over to the Hutchinson Motorsports chopper. Here's our grid, gridding up. We got most of our drivers already there. Now, where I am not seeing Hunter Terpstra or Brian Treadwell did not go out for qualifying. So hopefully they make it here.
Honestly, it could have been a smart move. They might want to see how this race starts from the back of the field before they decide to get up there in the mix of things.
And I think you're right, because I just saw Brian Treadwell did just grid, so he is there. He decided to elect to not qualify. So
it looks like Bobby Hadaway has unfortunately just dropped out of the race. Hopefully he can make his way back.
That's unfortunate. Bob Hadaway ran a hell of a race last week. I was watching him. I was really rooting for him.
So, just to give you an update on the driver chatter right now, they're just simply naming random holidays and wishing people a happy Valentine's Day and happy Easter.
Well, that's pretty weird to hear on a race radio, but at least they're being friendly.
Yeah, the Ethan just wished everybody a happy Christmas. So I think we're about 300 days in the future, it sounds like.
All right. We're going to drop back in the field a little bit. Take a look at some of these cars here. See what these guys are doing with sponsorships this week.
Let's look at everybody here.
My favorite car I saw earlier. No, there it is. I believe it was Matt Sharp. Matt Sharp's car is looking good. Matt Sharp in that 92 rain car, Milwaukee. Got a lot of contrast to that car. It's looking good. So you know what? I'm gonna pull from Matt Sharp today. He's my pick to win it. Gonna park that thing in victory lane.
I do have to ask. We've already had an incident as people were pulling out to grid. 23 Gary Sheldon spun his car out while
Oh, wow.
trying to
What was
pull up
that?
onto the track. It was honestly pretty impressive.
Let's rewind and watch that here, actually. Got it right here. Pulling out. We're going to watch him here. In the 23, he just guns it. Oh, yeah, I don't know. And he junked it, folks. He's going to need to go in and probably use one of those two faster pairs. I do not know what happened there. He slammed into the wall.
I'm going to tell you my pick for tonight. I'm a sucker for a nice Lowe's Home Improvement 48 car, so I'm going to go with Brian Treadwell. He seems to know what he's doing on these super
Treadwell to go from
speedways.
last to first. That's a bold prediction.
That man drives with a set on him, and we're green. Let's go racing, boys.
Here at iRacing Super Speedway with a 5150, round one of the playoffs. Justin Rosema drops down to the inside with Frank Warner, and Frank Warner, oh, he keeps him there. So we got 3 FR cars on the inside to lead the pack here.
They got lined up almost instantaneous, which is definitely going to help them out. So now we've got to wait and see who's going to make the first push on the outside.
And you know, this race has just started, and we're already seeing Team EFR really overcome everybody as a team. They're working together, qualifying. They're already doing it here on lap 1.
Yeah, it's definitely looking good so far, but we've got a long race.
Frank Warner bounces off the apron, but thankfully this is a humongous track, and he's got plenty of room. It's gonna
Yeah,
out.
It takes you back to my word to describe this track. It's scary.
I can see that now, you know.
Absolutely.
And it looks like Frank Warner's having some issues, folks. He just got into the wall. And you know, so as soon as I noticed that corner, as soon as the banking hits, there's a big damn. We got
we've got a wreck.
Car. Did you see the 5 car? Taylor Litzenberger flies through the air. Unbelievable. I hope he's okay after that. Oh my.
I did not know that we had an astronaut with us tonight. Taylor did not let me know that.
Takes off. Let's watch this replay here. So we're rewind here. We got the 92 car above Litzenberger with the 48 down low. Let's see what happens. Play it from here. I'll slow it down here shortly. Oh, he just comes down in the 48. 48 has nowhere to go. Spins him. Litzenberger almost saves it, but he can't. Turns right into the wall, gets clipped by the 92, and he flies in the sky. He's going to the moon. He flips it at least 7, 8 times. Oh, man, that's got to hurt. Going 220 miles an hour.
It's definitely violent whenever you have an accident here at iRacing Super Speedway.
I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, you'll get to see more as we go on tonight, I'm sure.
Well, let's see. Litzenberger had to tow it, unfortunately. So he's sitting in the pits right now. Hopefully he'll be able to get back out there and only lose a lap. This is a big track, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think they had to drag it back around from in the infield and get him back to his pit box. They did that pretty quickly, at least.
And let's see where. Yeah, Bobby Hadaway never made it. It appears so. Bobby Hadaway is not in the field.
I have a recommendation for the next time the Hutchinson Motorsports budget has an increase. We need to get some next-gen stats going. We need a live feed of how tall or how high up the cars fly whenever we have something like that. We need a measurement.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, you know, just like Amazon used to do with the football or in the baseball.
Yeah, when they throw it and it says, it was 61.2 yards in the air, we just need something saying Taylor went 61.2 yards into the sky.
And, whenever Amazon goes up for sale, we're going to put in a bid and we're going to try to buy it out.
I don't know if Bezos is ever going to get rid of that money cow, but if he ever does, I wish you luck.
Money talks, and we got quite a bit of it. We got sponsors pouring in. We'll see what happens. So we're going to hop on board here, going to the cockpit of our race leader, Justin Rose, has been the class of the field so far. It's early, but he's been the fastest driver throughout the night. How you feeling about Justin Rosema's chances tonight, Jesse?
I think at this track and in these cars, as long as he can stay up front, I think he's got a very good chance. As you can see there from the previous incident, it's not easy to drive side by side here. You have to have a lot of trust and knowledge of where the closest person's at. So if he can stay in front of everybody, he's got a good chance to just stay up there the whole race. But
I mean, you just can't argue with that. And before Taylor Litzenberger decided to fly in outer space, what I was gonna say is down here at the bottom of the track. Now going into this corner, see as soon as that banking goes, I kind of notice a dip into the track. Right here, you see a little dip, and I noticed that's what Frank Warner hit. Right there, for our viewers at home, there's that dip. And Frank Warner hit that earlier, and it dropped him down to the apron. So I can definitely see, running the bottom of this track can be a little scary.
Yeah, you think it's a super speedway track, and you think you can just floor the gas all the way through, but especially here, a lot of the times it's a good idea to kind of lift and make sure your car gets settled into the turn before you get back on it,
Yep.
because it'll very quickly send your car to places that you don't want to be.
Yeah, just like Litzenberger went to.
Yeah, has he come down? Do we know, or is he still up there?
I think he has landed.
I wonder if he.
She's in their lane.
I wonder if he reached orbit.
It looked like he did to me. So is Taylor Litzenberger. He is still on pit road, and he's leaving. So he's going to lose, one lap, I'm guessing? Which isn't a big deal, one caution. He's going to get that back with the lucky dog. So he's still in it. He's good to go. Warming them tires up.
Did he make it out in front of the leaders?
No, he did not.
Okay, that might put Taylor 2 laps down.
I'm not sure.
But at the moment, he is the only driver that is down on laps. So if we get more cautions,
and I have a feeling that there's going to be more than 2 cautions in this 5-lap race here.
I put the over/under at about 5.5. I think.
Yep, and that's actually a pretty good number. I'd probably take the under there, honestly. Got a lot of talent in the field here.
Then you factor in that it's iRacing Super Speedway, and I definitely am leaning over.
And you know what? How about William Baker's car? It looks great. I just love that Snap-on 49 car.
A nice Arial font. Yeah, it's the best font that has ever been written.
And that brings up one of our title sponsors today. Arial Font has actually sponsored the broadcast. The most beautiful racing font. Choose Arial.
Absolutely, every time. In fact, iRacing knows it's so good, it chooses it for you.
Yep, and there's a reason it's the default font. I mean, it's definitely the best. So iRacing wants our racers to look the best right off the bat and do a great job at it.
All right, our pace car is off. Our drivers are coming to the restart zone.
Take us to green, Jesse Becker.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out as they take off for our first restart of the night.
Yep, and that's the 26 car of Justin Roseman, who's still... Oh, Terpstra throws it up there up high. I thought he lost it or something. But he just liked that high line.
That kid is not afraid to make a lane change.
No, he is not.
His spotter says clear, he is clear.
And I say it every week. Uh-oh, we got a car down on the apron. But he saves it. Good save there. He's going to lose a position, but that's all right. And the high side getting some major momentum. No wonder Hunter Terpstra wanted to get up there. Look at this run they're getting.
Absolutely. Carson George leading as we come into the corner. He thinks about dipping down in front of Roseman, but he was not clear.
He was not clear at all there, Jesse. But
that was very close to being caution 2 of the night.
And Hunter Terpstra, let's see if he can give the 48 another hellacious push here. I think this high lane's going to get some momentum here, even though they have fewer cars. There's something about them, they're really bump drafting. Oh, and Carson George!
Whoa, car up into the wall!
Frank Warner dumps. Who was that? Was that the 21?
That was the 21 of Hunter Terpstra.
Hunter Terpstra. So let's rewind here. And it looks like William Baker was involved in the wreck. But here, let's rewind. We're going to play it here for our fans at home. Slow it down here shortly. So Frank Warner, yeah, he just went straight up the track there. I think he forgot to turn. Not sure what happened there. 21 Hunter Terpstra just got doored. Slams into the wall. Comes back down onto the track. Unfortunately, into the 49. And he's going to go for a spin. The 049 avoids the wreck, as does Litzenberger. Big news there for Litzenberger, because he's already used the faster pairs, so he could not afford another wreck.
Yeah, if you're William Baker and you're in that situation and you see that car go up into the fence, so all you have is hope, and hope was not there for him in that situation.
Yeah, there's a saying. They say you can, do something in one hand and hope in the other and see which one fills up.
Yeah. when you're coming around a track at 230 miles an hour,
They're just a crash under caution.
I don't know if there
Carson
was. I
George
did
just
miss that.
crashed. Okay, so just rewind it here. Carson George checks up for the pace car, and the other cars don't see him. Oh, and the 48 plows into the 14 of Carson George. Unfortunate move there. The pace car just caught him by surprise, and nobody was ready for it. So Carson George is junked. He's going to have to pull it into the pits, and so is the 48. Ryan Treadwell. That's unfortunate, folks.
That is very unfortunate.
Well,
I will be right back to handle some race control stuff.
All right. Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, Jesse Becker, he's doing race control, so he's got some duties to handle right now. He might have to hand out a penalty or two. Whenever he gets back, we'll check in and see what he decided to do. That is very unfortunate. Carson George is running a hell of a race there. And it looks like we got some cars going in and some cars staying out. The 48 decides to go in. Let me switch over to our pit lane cam. So we got a handful of cars in the pits here. Obviously, the damaged cars are going to be fixing their cars up here. Let's see who we got here. We got the 48, obviously. I believe that's Frank Warner, the 9 cars in. Blue car. The 14 of Carson George. Is that black car? That I want to say it's Jordan Sure. I'm not 100%. Let me check.
So, for that incident, Franklin Warner will be getting an EOL for being the cause of that caution. And the 48 will also be getting one if he ends up in the middle of the field because he failed to reduce speed for the pace car.
And I think that's a great call there, Jesse. There's nothing Carson George could have really done. He gets to the pace car and checks up, and unfortunately the other guys couldn't check up. So in the meantime, we're still sitting here with Justin Roseman in the lead. We got Ethan Halsey in the second spot. Then we got Matt Sharp and Jordan Sure, followed by Gary Sheldon, Carson George, Brian Treadwell, Ivan DeChamps, Frank Warner, Hunter Terpstra, William Baker. And we might see that change up, though, just as Jesse mentioned. There's going to be a couple of end of lines given out from our race control administrator. Frank Warner's going to have to work his way from the back without his teammates because his teammates are currently sitting in the 1-2 spot. Been a tough race so far for Frank Warner. Just a couple of unfortunate incidents. Hopefully things will clean up for him and he can work his way back to the field. Now, Jesse, I'm guessing tires aren't too important here. All right. Tires.
Unfortunately, I was trying to announce who was getting EOLs, but my mic was not working in game, so now I'm just back with you.
Oh, I got you. All right. Well, what I was going to ask is, I'm assuming that fresh tires here don't really matter much. Is that correct?
From what I remember, they matter here more than you would think because of how sharp of a turn it is. When you're coming in there at 240 miles an hour and you hit that turn, it can definitely chew up some tires.
That's a good point. I'm glad we have you up here. I've never been on this track, so I couldn't tell you, but that definitely makes sense because this is a pretty sharp turns here, even with that banking.
Yeah, it's even if you're not turning the wheel hard, just from going almost. I mean, let's be real. The front and back stretch aren't flat, but they're nowhere near the banking of the turns. So your car just having to hit that banking, it wants to go up towards the wall. So you do have to, try to keep it down, and that can definitely wear out the tires.
Okay, well, I see. Looks like our competitors here are about to turn into turn 3 and 4. This car's about to pull in here shortly, and we're going to get back underway. It's our second caution of the night. We're on the lap 10 of 45 for our first round of the playoffs. 6 drivers, 4 spots in the final race that they are fighting for.
Yeah, lights off on the pace car. They'll be going green here on the front stretch as soon as they get out of turns 3 and 4.
All right, we'll see what Team EFR's got in store. If it was my call, if their best bet would be for Justin Roseman to kind of let Ethan Halsey get by and drop in, but I don't think he's going to do it.
I don't think he will either. I was thinking the same thing, but we'll see as we come to the green flag.
See which lane gets a better start. Our competitors are going.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag's underway. Both competitors get a pretty solid start. We're going to see what happens, though. No room for Halsey to drop down. So it looks like Team EFR is going to be... Oh, and 26 decides to go up high. We'll see if that works out for them. They've been down low the whole race so far.
I don't know if you saw it there, but there was a big checkup after that start, and looks like there might be some cars that end up losing the draft from that.
One of those is going to be Frank. Frank Moore's going to lose the draft. Very unfortunate. And how about Jordan Schurz sitting up front here? He's in the third position. Dirt guy running here at iRacing Super Speedway, sitting in the third position. No teammate.
This car's looking awful good as well. I love that silver and red.
Jordan Schurz, it's just great to see him run up front. I'm not sure about that move going up high all by himself. Oh, but he's got some help, actually. The 92, but he hangs him out to dry. The 92 tricked him. What a trick by Matt Sharp. Matt Sharp says, hey, buddy, let's go up high. Schurz moves up the track, and Sharp says, later, loser. And he blows by him. Sharp's going to take over the third position. Schurz looking for help up there. He's not going to find it. He's going to drop like a rock out of the top 5.
It makes you wonder, we're only 12 laps into this thing. When are people going to just decide to, tick some laps off and just cruise single file for a little while?
Well,
Which it looks like they might be doing that now.
There's no better time to try and win the race than lap 12, Jesse.
I think the best time to win it is lap 1, turn 1, but lap 12 out of 45 isn't too far off.
That's my saying, I always say it. There's no better turn than turn 1 on the first lap. Make up position.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tick down some laps, maybe. I don't know. These guys are getting antsy, though. Terpster's giving a push. Terpster's bump drafting in the 4th position. He is not waiting. Carson George. Yep, that's Carson George. He wanted to go outside, had no help. Drops back in.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a tale of 2 races going on right now for that restart. You've got this front pack of 6 cars, and at this point, everybody else is just trying to catch up to them.
Let's drop back a little bit here. This other pack. Brian Treadwell, our playoff driver here. He's sitting in this backpack, trying to get some help, but there's just no way that they're going to run that down.
Yeah, in order to run them down, you'd have to be doing some serious working together.
Yep, in this front group, they're just mostly single file, so there's just no way. Let's turn our gap on here so we can see how far back our racers are from each other.
Matt Sharp looked to the outside there of Ethan Halsey, but it does not work, and he ends up dropping back and losing a couple of spots.
These guys just aren't willing to go out there. The last 2 or 3 guys that have tried to move outside have dropped back.
He dropped all the way back to that pack just because he tried to look outside and no one went with him, which I don't blame them.
It's kind of shocking to me. These guys are liking this low line. And if it were me, I'd probably want to run high just so you can avoid that dip going in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, Carson George is looking to the outside here.
Will
Hunter follow him?
Terpstra tricks him, pulls the Matt Sharp trick, the oldest trick in the book.
Oh! He was not clear.
He was not clear.
Big junk.
Carson George tries to force it in there in line in front of Ethan Halsey. He had no room. And unfortunately, Matt Sharp has crashed. Let's rewind it here and see what happened. We saw it live, but get a better look. So let me get a better camera view here. Let's go with this one here. We're going to play it out. Oh. Okay, actually, what I'm going to do is move back up here to Carson George. Let's rewind it. My bad, folks. That was not a good...
I think Matt Sharp hit a total of about 6 rotations there after he got hit.
We haven't even made it there yet. I had a little misclick. Okay, so here we go. We got Carson George on the outside. Tries to force it down in there from Ethan Halsey. He's not clear. Goes for a spin. The 21 does a great job at avoiding the 61 of Ethan Halsey. Let's zoom out a little bit, see what happens here. George comes up, smokes the 92, and the 6 car gets collected. The 23 takes some damage, and the 92 goes for a liftoff, but not as much as Litzenberger did earlier. And yep, it looks like he had about 6 or 7 spins, like you said, Jesse.
I mean, he was definitely going around and around and around.
So I'm guessing Carson George is going to be getting a penalty there, or if he's already in the back, does he not get one?
I'm not sure if he had a faster pair or not left. His
Should have,
car's
'cause
sitting
the
on pit road without a hood on it, so
and it looks like everybody's coming into the pits here. Last second decision there by the 26 car. So let's zoom out to our road cam here. See who comes out first. Got a couple cars out on track right now. Not sure. I know Litzenberger's a lap car. He stayed out, of course. Frank Warner decided to stay out. That's going to be big for him. It's going to move him up to second. And Ivan DeChamps has also decided to stay out. So he's your new race leader. Oh, and Ethan Halsey and the 26 both overshoot their pit. Had to back up. Let's see if it costs them. Treadwell decides to go. Is that no tires or 2 tires? I don't know. He's coming out, and he's going to be your new race. Well, not your race. He's being third. He's the first one off the pit road, though. Unfortunate move by EFR, though. Both of them overshoot their pits. Here's our new race leader, Ivan DeChamps. Let's give him some TV time. Ballsy call to stay out there. He doesn't want tires. He doesn't want gas. He just wants the lead.
and that would be my concern is they burn a lot of fuel here, and I don't know how many laps they can get to a tank, but if you stay out and it ends up going green, that could be a terrible way to end your race.
I wonder if he went in last time. I know Frank Warner had to go in the pits last time because he was in that wreck. I'll dig through here, see if I can find it. Ivan DeChamps, yep, he went on pit road on lap, it's at 9. As did Frank Warner, so both of them did pit on lap 9. So I can totally understand why they stayed out there.
And honestly, that'd give them...
Oh, never mind,
about
49. 049 car decides to come on down pit road. He wanted his lap-led point bonus, I guess. Justin Roseman coming back down.
And another big point to make here, Franklin Warner, he's one of our playoff drivers. He gets his lap-led bonus right there. I don't think he'd had it previously.
And yep, that's a big move. Frank Warner does have the most chase points out of our playoff drivers. He's got a solid lead. I think he's got like 20 chase points, with the next highest driver having 9. So he comes into this race with like essentially an 11-point lead.
See you right back.
Looks like Jesse's got to handle some race control duties. So we're going to watch Frank Warner, who stayed out there, to get our race lead position here. Going from last to first. Hopefully the fresh tires behind him don't overcome him here. We'll see what happens. But we got Brian Treadwell, a fellow playoff driver in the 48 car, sitting outside front row. 2 playoff drivers. Actually, folks, hang on here. The top 4 are actually all playoff drivers. William Baker in the 3rd spot and Ethan Halsey in the 4th. Top 4 are all playoff drivers. And dipping through the field, Taylor Litzenberger is also a playoff driver. I'll lead a lap now. Yes, Taylor Litzenberger has worked his way back to the lead lap after these cautions. That early wreck didn't cost him. Right now he's back on the lead lap, and he's actually up in 10th position right now. I'm sure he's feeling good after that. We're going to zoom out a little bit. Our racers should be going green here this time around. We're going to hop on board with Frank Warner in the Hutchinson Motorsports cockpit view.
Just to give you a little update, Carson is back on track.
Okay, Carson George is back on track. Now, I was telling our fans, Taylor Litzenberger is now on the lead lap. He's ready to charge to the field. And we're on board right now with Frank Warner, our pole sitter. He's going to take us green. Hits the restart zone.
Green flag,
time,
green
and
flag.
green flags out. Frank Warner takes off. Your race leader. He's got Treadwell on his outside. Frank Warner hanging on the lead for now. Let's zoom out and see which line's getting the momentum. Frank Warner's got no help for a little bit. He's going to lose the lead here. Oh, never mind. Halsey ditches the 48 of Treadwell. Says, see you, loser. I'm going inside with my teammate. Treadwell's going to drop. He went too high. He's going to lose a lot of positions here. Unless he can get some help. He might lose 8 spots here, folks. Dropping like a...
Yeah, they're leaving him out to dry for sure.
hung out to dry like a summer afternoon. Brian Treadwell, just zero help. He's dropping back. Uh-oh! We got to pile up. The 21 gets into the 49. That's unfortunate, folks. Let's rewind. We got here. Let me slow it down. I don't like that view. I don't like that either. Rewind. Okay, we're going to watch it. I know Hunter Terpster's involved. So let's watch Hunter Terpstra here. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right, so we slowed it down here. We got Hunter Terpstra is following the 49 right now. Let me speed it up a tad. It's that bump I was talking about right there. That shoots the 49 up the track. Terpstra gets a run. Gets underneath the 49. The 49 comes down a little bit. Terpstra goes up a little bit. That's just an unfortunate racing move there, honestly. They hit that bump. It turned them loose. They got into each other. And the 92's involved. The 6 car gets a little bit of damage. Not too bad. And it looks like the 14, the 23 are involved. The 5 barely makes it through. Litzenberger avoids by the skin of his teeth. Oh, Litzenberger barely getting through there. Yeah, by my view there, it just looked like a racing incident.
Yeah, 21's going to end up with the EOL from that one because he got underneath, and then that bobble sent him up into the other car. So that one's going to be on him.
I got you. And it looks like Frank Warner pulls over, lets the pace car go by. Hopefully he doesn't get plowed by a teammate, and he almost did. I saw it come. Uh-oh! And we got parts everywhere. Unfortunate. Frank Warner gets bulldozed by the 92. Ethan Halsey almost got into him before that as well. That's not a good place to stop on the track, and Frank Warner pays the price for it. Absolutely bulldozed, folks. Oh, man, let's rewind that. It's just an unfortunate thing. Pulled over for the pace car. In the middle of the track, you know, and to be fair, Ethan Halsey didn't see him either. He almost... And, you know, Frank Warner, he just locked his wheels up when he tried to get going and turned right into the 92. 92 did nothing wrong there at all. Just another unfortunate event. We've got a lot of those this race. Oh, wow. That's got to hurt for Frank Warner. Goes from leader to junked car. The 92 cannot be happy. He's giving him words. He's on Frank Warner's rear end right now. I think I can hear him yelling from up here. He is angry. Frank Warner's wheels just lock up as soon as he tries to get going. Turns right in front of the 92. Look at that rear there on Frank Warner. All bent up. I can just imagine the 92's got to have a lot of damage on the front of his car here as well. That's going to bring us to our new race leader, Ethan Halsey, out of Team EFR. Ethan Halsey in that 6.
I'll be right back.
Car. All right, Jesse. Jesse's going to go take care of some duties. And Frank Warner is getting his spot back. Nope, he's going in the pits. Frank Warner has to take it to the pits, and the 92 decides to stay out. I'm not sure about that decision. He hit Frank Warner very hard there. There is no way his car is going to be 100%. Take a look here. Matt Sharp's car. Let me find a... Give me 1 second here, folks. These are camera angles I don't use very often. This one there. You see that left front there on Matt Sharp's car. That's going to have to slow him down. I guarantee it. We're going to see how quick he drops back, but you never know with the draft. He might be able to hang up there. Matt Sharp is not happy, folks. Watch Jordan Schur there sneak up behind him. Jordan Schur in that 6 car. Metallic 6 car. He's a dirt racer. He's had an okay day so far. Had a couple unlucky events, but I'm sure he's happy so far with how he's ran. We're going to zoom out here. Go back up front. Ethan Halsey, our new race leader. We got 24 laps to go, folks. This has been a crash fest tonight. What do you expect? We're here at iRacing Super Speedway. It's basically a big paper clip with humongous banking. We're going to watch our racer circle the track here. Give me one moment. And looking through our comments, looks like Brian Samara is watching. Brian Samara, typically out here racing with us, unfortunately had some other business to attend to. We appreciate you tuning in, Brian. And if you're still with us, go ahead and let us know who your pick is to win this race. And what do you think of what's happened so far? And it looks like our pace car is pulling, and we are about to go back green, folks. Let's go back. Ethan Halsey. He's going to take us green. Green flag's out. Ethan Halsey on the outside. Treadwell gets a horrible start. Holds up the field. Halsey's going to check out, which is not a good thing for your race leader. They're going to reel him in quick. They need to let off a little bit. Let him catch up slowly so they don't get a run. And Halsey knows. He knows. He knows what he's doing out here. He's very advanced in these super speedway races. So there we go. Ethan Halsey getting reeled back in by this pack. The inside lane. Halsey decides to go outside. Not sure about that move, but he's got a little help. Treadwell's going to lead. Treadwell, your new race leader. I'm sure he would love to get a lap led here at the start-finish. That would be a bonus point for him, and he is in the playoffs. He could use every bonus point he can get because he's got a long hill to climb to advance. Then how about Tanner Litzenberger? Litzenberger's up to the third position with Jordan Schur in second. He is looking to move right now, Litzenberger. He had that early takeoff, flipped in the air about 20 times, pulled it into pit road, went down 2 laps, worked his way back to the lead lap, and here he is sitting in third spot. Never count Litzenberger out here at these super speedway races. Schur is getting wild. Schur lost the line. He is stuck up high now, hung out to dry. Jordan Schur got a little loose. And how about that move? Litzenberger throws it 3 wide. He's your new race leader. How about that move by Litzenberger? Ballsy move going up there, but he's going to lose the position. And Halsey's going to take over second. Can Litzenberger drop back inside? And we got Hunter Terpstra ramming through there, trying to force it 3 wide. Our guys are getting impatient, folks. That's what racing's all about here, though. We're not here to watch single file action. We're here to watch 3 wide. These guys throw crazy moves. Terpstra's looking for help on the outside. He's not going to find it. There's Justin Rosema, though. Rosema had that pit issue earlier, and he's worked his way back the field, but he's going to lose the line. No! Oh, watch out! Litzenberger goes up high. Litzenberger is wheeling it right now, folks. Let's keep an eye on him. He's the man to watch right now. He is not waiting. He's not waiting for anything. If he sees an opening, he's taking it. Litzenberger drops to the inside. Oh, the 92 almost chops the 48. Let's zoom back here. Watch the 26. Justin Rosema trying to work his way. That little ramp going in and coming out of the corner is killer on these cars. Kind of see the cars dip here right as soon as that banking starts. Right about here. You see that? Boom. Little dip. That's why our guys are getting so swirly. And then coming out, you see the same thing. Right there. See it? They'll get that little ramp up. It really turns these cars sideways a little bit. They don't like it. Now the 26 getting a run on the outside all by himself. Can he make the pass on his own? Gonna get a little help from Terpstra, I think. Terpstra decides to keep it outside. Sure can't decide where he wants to go there in the 6 car. We're gonna go back to the race lead here. Ethan Halsey, followed by Taylor Litzenberger. Litzenberger is all over. He's looking for a slot. If something opens up, you better bet that Taylor Litzenberger's gonna take it. He doesn't care there's 19 to go. He wants to lead right now. When you're in the lead, you control your own destiny, essentially. Litzenberger right on Halsey's bumper. Outside lane getting a little momentum, but I don't think it's going to be enough yet. And I can see Litzenberger throwing it to the outside here if Justin Roseman can get another run. I'm sorry.
I am back from getting me a hot dog. How you doing, Blake?
Yeah, so you went down the concession stand to get you a hot dog, huh?
Yeah, I figured
How's the line down there?
as exciting as this has been, everybody's still glued to their seats, so it was pretty pretty
missed
quiet.
A lot. This has been crazy. The 5 car Litzenberger is just throwing it all over the track. He's trying to get that lead spot. He isn't waiting. He is ready to go right now.
Our car out to dry right now is Hunter Terpstra in that 21.
Just saw that. He's going to drop to the back of this pack here. Halsey's still hanging on, though. This is a 2-4. This is a 7-car pack. We got 7 cars here in the front pack. We got a few cars following. And how about that jump there? The 26 car with a run to the outside. How far up can he go? Not enough. He's going to lose all that ground he just got. Oh, and Treadwell drops out of the apron, brings it back on the track. What a save from the 48 car. Brian Treadwell.
That was definitely close there.
That was close. He's playing with fire right now. Our racers are they're trying to get that outside lane going, but there's just not enough drivers committing to it. This pack is running away from the following pack. Let me just drop back a little bit. There's William Baker. Is he all on his own? William Baker with no help. He's out. He's out by himself. There's 2 cars behind him a little bit, but he is way back there, folks. Looks like they're about 12 seconds off the pace of this front pack. We got a 7-car pack right here to watch. We're going to keep our eyes glued onto them. 16 laps to go, actually. It looks like the 21 of Terpstra with the 26 of Rosemar getting a run to the outside. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. They're just going to need to get 3 or 4 cars out there to get going.
And one of the biggest things about making an outside line work is being able to side draft. And this track is very scary to side draft.
These guys are getting wild right now. There was almost another pileup right there. But how about that skill, though? Treadwell avoids another accident. Treadwell is he's playing with fire, and it's working so far.
Hunter looks like he might be leaving Justin Rosem out to dry here.
Yep, and we got a new race leader kind of out of nowhere. Oh, who's going to get at the line? It's going to be the 26 car all by himself, but he's going to drop unless he can get, and he gets it down there. What a move from the 26. Justin Rosema, he lost a lot of ground on pit road there that last stop. He went down, had to go in twice for some reason, but he's finally back out front here in your race lead. And Frank Warner. Frank Warner's getting ran down quick all by himself. Going to go down a lap.
He's got some damage still on the back of his car from that Cossin incident there.
Yep, and I was shocked that he didn't pull it into... Well, he did go down pit road. I guess he just couldn't fix it enough. It must be out of fast years.
If he is, that's very unfortunate because he went from being star of the show to now he's trying to stay in lucky dog position.
And Litzenberger's getting a run there in that 3rd spot. Litzenberger's going to go outside. I saw him. They're going to leave the 26 hung out to dry. He's going to drop the 3rd. Litzenberger and Terpstra are working together, but Litzenberger's going to lose him. What a move there from Rosema to hang on to that inside lane. Litzenberger's hung out to dry on the outside right now. He's got a little space behind Rosema if he can get there. Nope. He loses it quick.
Uh-oh.
We got a little door action.
Just a little door banging.
Oh, and Scherr shoots up the track just a little bit, but I believe he saved it. Yep, he saved it. He's there.
Looks like he forgot the bump was there for a second.
That bump is really brutal on these cars.
Yeah, it's brutal in anything you put around this track that goes over 200. Believe me.
Sir, and Treadwell giving Ethan Halsey a push through that straightaway. Slamming into him. What a bump draft there. Treadwell wants to get up there quick. Berger's kind of swerving, but he's figured it out outside. The 26.
I can tell you from personal experience that 48 is not afraid to push.
Yeah, Litzenberger! What a crazy move, and it somehow works out. These guys are going crazy right now, folks. Litzenberger is looking for that race lead. He wants that point, and he wants the lead. This is a big race here. If you win it, you don't even have to worry about next week because you're already locked into the final round.
The 21 car said after that lane change there from Litzenberger, he said code brown.
And he's decided to drop back a little bit. He is scared. He has dropped back in the field. He's going to hang back for a little bit, catch his breath.
You know, when you see your life flash before your eyes, sometimes you have to take a second and regain your composure.
I tell you what, as long as Litzenberger's up here, we're going to have a show because he is not hanging behind anybody. He doesn't care who's out in front of him. He's going to try and make a pass.
Absolutely. He's here to win super speedway races. That's what that 5 car does.
And he takes it out to the outside, gets no help, though. That's unfortunate. He might lose a lot of ground doing that. Unless he can no way. Oh, looks like the 21 of Terpster's trying to get up there to help him. It's not going to be enough yet. And how about Frank Warner trying to hang on to this draft?
Treadwell almost coming up into them there. Hunter's looking to make it almost third wide for a second.
I thought the 21 was going to bump draft him through the corner there. He is all over that 48's bumper, pushing him through the straightaway.
Man, what a push.
You know, this is a small group up here, but these guys are putting on a show. We got a lot of action here for 7 cars.
Absolutely.
Now these guys.
This track will always keep it exciting.
Yes, sir. You know, and how about the 26 back out front? He's led a lot of laps today. He's got his buddy, his teammate, and car owner, Ethan Halsey, right behind him.
It's been a very good showing for him today.
Yes, sir. You know, there's only 10 to go. Justin Rosema always runs so well at these super speedways. Unfortunately, last week, you know, he was kind of the star of the show, and him and Litzenberger kind of got into it a little bit on the track, and it took Justin Rosema around for a spin and ended his night.
Side-by-side action for the 48 and the 5 right now. Taylor's holding strong on that outside by himself.
I just feel like Litzenberger is defying physics. He's just doing stuff that I think makes no sense. Somehow it's just sticking. Running by himself, and I don't know. He's just in a rocket ship today.
He's got some horsepower under the hood, that's for sure.
Look at this man go. He is weaving, swerving, and sliding through rush hour traffic. Taylor Litzenberger. He is flying. Oh, he kind of shoots up the track a little. Can he get that side draft? There's no way, though. The inside lane's got some help. Litzenberger's little run's going to end here. He's been a maniac out there. But somehow he's still hanging on. The 21 trying to get back up there to help him. Can the 21 push the 5 car out to the lead? We're going to see here on the backstretch. I don't think it's going to be enough. There's a tiny hole. You know, Litzenberger's going to try and take that hole. Oh, and he doesn't. Oh, I don't know about that.
This has been insane.
This is crazy. Litzenberger is ready to go. And I kind of thought the 21 was going to help him out there on the outside, but he decides to bring it back in. Litzenberger's going to reassess the situation, and we got the 48 car.
Whoa, that was close.
Litzenberger, 3 wide. Oh, what a save from Taylor Litzenberger. He has been on a mission today. Keeps it out of the wall. Treadwell lost. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Woo. Litzenberger,
spotters are not working tonight.
We're keeping our eyes glued on him. This is wild. Well, he's gonna lose some ground there. Him and Matt Sharp need to work together to try and reel back in that front group. That might have cost him. Let's go back up front, though, for a minute. Keep an eye on these guys. Checking the
We've
chat.
got 2x2 here in the front.
Yep, and you know, if these guys would have just stayed single file, they probably would have left those other 2 cars hung out to dry. Probably would have left them. We would have had a 4-car pack. Still might, though. Yep, actually, I think we're gonna. I didn't realize how far off Matt Sharp dropped. How about
Rosema gets up, throws a block.
Treadwell just shoving the 21 car up there. Oh, I thought we were going to go 3 wide for a second. These guys are crazy.
We've got 4 cars, and I bet if there's not another caution, it'll still somehow be a very entertaining ending.
I guarantee it. You know, I wish Litzenberger would find his way back up there because he's putting on a show today, but I just don't see how he can do it.
Yeah, it looked like, unfortunately, the start of all that with Litzenberger was somebody thinking they were clear and they weren't. That's why he ended up going so far up in the turn, was to avoid that, and then when he tried to get back in line, there was someone underneath him as well.
Yep. And just unfortunate for Matt Sharp as well. Had nowhere else to go but the apron, and he's going to lose the draft every time when you do that. But right now, we're watching this 4-car pack here. We still got the 26 of Justin Rosema, who's been putting on a clinic today. Rosema hanging on to that top position. They're coming around for 5 to go. 5 laps remaining here at iRacing Super Speedway.
48 cars all over that bumper. He wants to try to leave these 2 behind him in the dust, but I don't think it's going to work.
All right, Jesse, so out of these 4 cars, let's assume that we're going to finish this race out, green flag run, rest of the way. Who's your pick?
I'm going to stick with my pick at the start. I think that 48 is going to find his way to cross that finish line first if we get to 45.
That'd be huge for him. I'm pretty sure he hasn't led a lap yet, if I'm not mistaken. So,
I don't believe so.
yeah, I don't think he has, so I'm sure he wants that point bonus, and obviously he wants that win to advance into the final round. But we're going to see here. We still got 4 to go. Our guys are all bumper to bumper. Any one of these 4 can make it. You're going to see these guys go too wide here shortly. And there's a lap car. Carson George doing the gentleman thing, hanging up on the way. Lets him go by.
Everybody's just biding their time right now, waiting for that right moment.
You know that 26 car, Justin Roseman, he's just staring into that rear view right now.
No, he's just thinking to himself, like, please just keep pushing me.
Yep, he's like, nobody go outside. Let's keep it.
If it's up to him, he just wants to keep it single file. He doesn't want it to be interesting.
Yep, he wants a boring finish, but I'll tell you what, Treadwell is not going to let that happen. He's going to make something happen.
Oh, we're gonna see. I think every car behind him is gonna make a move coming to the front stretch of lap 45, probably even earlier.
And you know what? I mean, keep an eye on these two. Now, if Hunter Terpstra and Ethan Halsey are smart, they might want to hang back a little bit, get a big run on that 48, and both of them dart to the outside. And I mean, those two could pass these two quite easily. Something like that. And there we go. Is that what they're doing? I called it. Oh, that's what they were trying. They wanted
a little connection issues from Ethan Halsey there.
Yep, I see him flashing now. Yep, Ethan Halsey's having some connection issues. We're coming to 2 to go. Flagman giving 2 fingers to our racers. Redwell right on the bumper of Rosema. Who's going to finish the job? None of these 4 want to see a yellow flag.
I can tell you there's a whole lot of the rest of the field that does want to see one, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen.
Uh-oh. Treadwell, can he get to the inside? Gets no help. Treadwell's going to drop back to 4th. Unfortunate. Oh, hang on. We got 2 wide action now. Treadwell is not willing to push anybody. He says no. 26.
That could have been strategy from the 48. He might not want to be in 2nd right now for coming to the end.
We're coming to the white flag right now. It's going to be tough for these guys to get around Roseman right now.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, big wreck. Carson George has crashed. We're going to have a green-white checkered. Justin Roseman is not happy, folks. I can see him slamming the steering wheel right now in the car cam. Justin Roseman is very unhappy. Let's watch this replay. Carson George wrecks. Oh, man,
it looked to me like he blew up and tried to get to pit road and hit the barrels.
Let's see. Oh, gosh. Hang on here. I'm rewinding. No, he just loses it. Goes up, tries to come down the track, goes back up the track. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Part of me wonders, did he do that on purpose? I mean, what is he doing? I don't know about that. That's pretty weird. That's a weird incident. I'll let you take a look at that one.
That would be correct. Yeah, that's a very interesting thing there.
Doesn't seem legitimate, is my opinion, but that's just me as a race fan watching.
Yeah. I'm not going to give a guy 7 laps down at EOL for that one.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not sure why he would want a yellow flag there. I'm not saying he did do it on purpose. I'm just saying it looked pretty weird. I'm not sure what he benefits out of a yellow flag here. But, I mean, at least our viewers at home get a good finish because of it. Because now Taylor Litzenberger is going to have a shot at it. And you know he's going to do everything he can. Whoa, how about this call? Green-white checkered. Our guys are coming into the pits. What do you think they're thinking, Jesse?
I think they're thinking fresh tires for the end.
No, and I'm kind of surprised somebody didn't want to stay out. Take the race. Okay, there's Frank Warner in that junk car. Oh, no, he's gonna get the wave around. All right, Frank Warner getting the wave around for the lucky dog. Matt Sharp's going to get a wave around for being in front of the leaders, I'm guessing.
Matt Sharp actually was supposed to get a wave around the previous caution when Franklin got into him. So
okay, I got you.
Now he's getting it now, and Franklin Warner gets it this time because
we have a new race leader, the 21 car from the Hutchinson Motorsports team. Hunter Terpstra beats him out on pit road. I'm guessing he might have took 2 tires there. I'm not sure what happened.
He could have taken 2 tires. If he did, he is a very brave man because 2 tires in iRacing on most tracks equals impending danger. So
You know what? And since we got some time, I'm gonna rewind it and I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna
see
let you
if
guys.
only that right side comes up.
We're slowing it down here. Terpstra pulls it in. I do not see that car go up at all. He didn't get no tires, did he? I kind of wonder if Hunter Terpstra gas and gold. I didn't see
It
that.
does sound like to me that the pit stops were mainly fuel related,
Okay, so
according to the chatter.
all right. Well, Hunter Terpstra with no tires. I'm not sure what the rest of the field did, but I can confirm Hunter Terpstra did not take any tires.
Because the 5 car Taylor Litzenberger, he just reported in that his gas man forgot to hop over the wall on that last pit stop and put gas in his car.
Okay, I'm having some issues with the overlay. Okay, I think I have addressed it. So we got a new race leader for now, Hunter Terpstra. I don't know what our other racers did. I don't know if he's the only one that gas and gold. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. We got a green white checkered though. Where do you think Hunter's gonna choose? I assume he's gonna want the bottom.
At this point, if he does choose whatever lane he chooses, if he chooses bottom, he'll have Ethan Halsey behind him. If he chooses top, he'll have Treadwell behind him.
You know, in my opinion, it'd
So,
be smart to choose the bottom to not let Halsey link up with his teammate.
yep, you have to think about that, or do you want to think about the fact that the 48's been a very good pusher all night, and you could get that push early?
And they say that guy actually operates a bulldozer in real life because he can push them with the best of them.
And I think the most interesting thing of this is, if I believe correctly, I think every one of our playoff drivers are on the lead lap and have a chance at this finish.
Yeah, I believe so. Frank Warner, was he able to go down pit road and fix that junk car any? I think he did. That car looks a lot better right now.
This is going to be a very exciting finish.
We're going to see, any of these cars on lead lap could win this race. I mean, you look at Frank Warner right now, you're like, oh, he's in 8th place. He's out of it. May as well pull it in. Nope. We're here at iRacing Super Speedway. He can win it in 1 lap from 8th. I mean, it'd be nothing. These guys are going to be going 3 wide here at the end.
Lights are off. Pace car will be going down this time.
Yes, sir, and we got the 21 car of Hunter Terpstra on the inside lane. Took the inside just like I assumed he would. Our field's kind of scattered out right now. I'm not sure what's going on. They need to get up there. They're not really bunching up really well, but the green flag's underway. Hunter Terpstra in the Hutchinson Motorsports 21 car is your race leader with Ethan Halsey behind him. Justin Roseman didn't get a great start. He's going to drop back quite a bit, at least to 3rd position. But don't look now. We got William Baker in the 3rd spot. William Baker, 49 car.
He's a playoff driver too. I'm sure he would really like to win this race.
And he's kind of been a nobody all race, and here he is. I mean, he's sitting in 3rd spot right now, so he could win it just as easily as anybody.
Yeah, that blue car on the bottom line, number 9, Frank Warner. He's been frustrated all race. I'm sure he's going to make a big push here on the last lap.
Yep. And, Litzenberger's trying to find an opening. He's just got nothing right now. And how about Jordan Scherr to the outside? He's your first car on the outside lane. Can Scherr get a push from the 26 of Rosema, who's been the class of the field all day? We're coming to the white flag here at iRacing Super Speedway. Who's going to win it? Right now, we're watching Hunter Terpstra in the leading position. Outside lane getting a little...
Taylor's looking through wide. He takes out Rosema.
Are we staying green? I think we're going to stay green.
We're staying green. It's white flag, baby.
White flag. Unfortunate. Litzenberger and Rosema, just like last week, but both of them are out. We're watching here. Going into turn 3. It's Terpstra's race to win. Scherr to the outside. He's looking for some help. Here comes Frank Warner out of nowhere.
Watch him to go up to the top here. If he gets the run.
Can he get any help up there? I don't think he's going to get it. Halsey to the outside. Can Halsey get a run? Halsey's got a shot.
49 low.
49.
Oh, he gets turned, but he wins.
Who wins it? William Baker. William Baker has won it, folks. How about that run from William Baker? Wins it by, it says, oh, hang on, wait. By By what amount? My thing is not. That's showing lap times.
He won by 1/100th of a second.
Oh, just pulled it up. Yes, he did. 1/100th of a second. William Baker, the shocker, out of nowhere. Let's rewind and watch that finish. Incredible. I thought our finish last week was the best ever, but I think we just outdone it, folks. Back-to-back weeks. What an incredible finish. But William Baker gets a run out of nowhere after Halsey goes to the outside. Let's watch it here. Okay, hang on. I clicked the wrong button, folks. 1 second. Okay, right here. This is what we want. Okay, let's slow it down. Checkered flag coming in right now. So right now we're watching the 2100 Terpsters in the lead. Halsey's on the outside. William Baker throws it 3 wide, goes to the inside, down right to that bottom yellow line. Never gets underneath it, gets on it. Clear pass. I'm going to stop it right at the line here. Terpstra turns into him on purpose, it looks like. Terpstra tried to take him out. But at the line, there it is, clear as day. The 49 car wins it, followed by Ethan Halsey and Hunter Terpstra. Let me pull up our finishing positions here for you, folks, and we're going to pull in our race winner. All right, let me pull this up here. Let me see if William Baker's available for interview.
He is not, unfortunately.
He is not William Baker. Somebody needs to
Our
get
second place, Ethan, is.
Okay, hey, will you ask William Baker in the iRacing chat to hop into Discord?
Ethan is getting him to hop in Discord now, I believe.
Okay. All right, we're going to wait
so
for
hopefully
William
we
Baker.
see him soon.
Yeah, we're going to give William Baker a second before we pull anybody else in here, just so we can talk to him first, since he was your race winner. What a finish, though. We'll give him one more minute before we pull someone up.
That was out of all the cars up there, you know, like I said, you don't know who's going to win until you get to the line.
You know, I mean, anybody can win it, and William Baker proved it there. He was in the back all day, had a shot at the end, and he just gets the job done. What a move.
Absolutely. I was worried for him whenever he started to get spun there by Hunter that he wouldn't cross the line first, but he still did.
Wow, what a great. Now, you know, I'm still not seeing Baker here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Ethan Halsey, and maybe in the meantime, Baker will make his way over. So we're going to pull up our second place finisher, Ethan Halsey, into the booth. Ethan, is Blake and Jesse up in the booth? You got us?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Oh, man, how about that finish?
Yeah, that was a wild one. Definitely one of my better races. I've had kind of a rough streak of wrecking out. Finally was able to finish one of these. I thought maybe I had something there for Hunter. I was kind of willing to stick with him. But hey, I'm a playoff driver. He's not. I saw daylight on the outside there. I tried going for it. Unfortunately, Baker just got one hell of a run on the inside and just barely got me at the line. And then I had a Lightning McQueen-esque crash after the finish there. But man, that was a fantastic race. Great racing with everybody.
Yeah, you did end up going towards a space there after the line, but when William was getting turned by Hunter there, I thought you might still have a chance at it, and he just barely got past you. It was by 1/100th of a second.
Oh yeah, that's the difference between him going to the championship for me. So yeah, I'll have to get it done next week. But again, congratulations to Baker though. That's his first career win. I'm happy for him. He definitely, he ran a pretty good race, definitely better than he's run before. And, hey, I think he absolutely earned that win.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I think this was a better finish than last week, which is saying a lot. So great job out there, Ethan. Second place finish. Can't complain. That should put you in pretty good position for your to advance in the final round next week.
Yeah, I think so. I pretty much had good stage points, led some laps, got as many bonus points as I needed. Hopefully I should be pretty good, but obviously a winning in. So I don't care how safe I am. I'll be going for the win next week.
You can't blame them there. So you got any shout outs before you head out?
I just want to shout out all my teammates at EFR. Justin, I was working with him all night. Franklin Warner as well. And shout out to Hunter as well. I was almost going to push him to the win, but yeah, I just had a run on him there. And he had a good run tonight as well, though. But yeah, just shout out to all my EFR guys and Hutchinson Motorsports guys. They did a great job tonight.
All right, you got anything for him, Jesse?
I'll just, nice job getting a P2. I thought you were going to have P1 until William pulled the move of a lifetime on the bottom there. It was a great race.
Yeah, I thought so too. I saw Baker spin. I'm like, oh, maybe I have it, but unfortunately, the way he spun just barely got into me before the line there. Had they moved this start finish line back 100 feet, I probably would have won. So that would probably be my vote for next year.
All
Just
right,
have him move the line back a little bit for you.
Yep.
We'll just bring it up in the next administration meeting, and we'll see if they decide to move that line back for you a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because then maybe I'll get that win next year, right?
Oh yeah, well, good job out there, Ethan. Good luck next week.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks. And that was Ethan Halsey, our second place finisher. We still have no eyes on William Baker, our race winner.
I did give him some advice on how to get in the waiting room, so I'd say we give him a minute or so. If he doesn't show up, then we'll just have to give him our thanks for giving us such an amazing show.
Yeah, you know, I really hope he makes it up here. And it looks like Hunter Terpstra isn't in the chat either.
Hey,
So.
you guys got me now?
Hey, William Baker, race winner. How's it feel?
Yeah, feels great, buddy.
Man, what a race. You know, the whole race, you're kind of hanging in the back. We kind of forgot about you there. And on that restart, we looked up, you're sitting in third place. And you make the move of a lifetime there at the end to take home the win.
Man, that was a heck of an ending.
Where did you get that speed to get that run from? That was a bigger run than I've seen anybody get all night.
I was saving it up, man, just for the last minute.
Man, that was impressive.
You know, it's got to feel good. That's going to lock you into the final round of the playoffs here in 2 weeks. So essentially, next week doesn't even matter for you, honestly.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time even hearing you guys. I don't know if for some reason you're not coming through on my speakers.
Well, we're sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll just have to fight through it. You know, all I was saying is, you know, next week's race essentially doesn't matter for you because you've already advanced into the final round, the championship 4 race. So it's got to feel good to be able to kind of kick back and relax next week.
Oh yeah. It does. Feels good to be in it and be in the last 4. At least I know I'm there.
All right, Jesse, you got anything for him?
Just thank you for the amazing show you put on there on that last straightaway. Me and Blake were both just losing our minds up here.
It was a good ending. It was a good ending because I thought it was going to end up being a bad night.
Well,
yeah, it started off rough, but I'd say you'd recovered well.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, guys, we'll catch you again on the next time.
All right, well, you get out there and go celebrate that big race win.
All right, buddy.
All right, good job.
Take it easy. Bye.
That was William Baker, our race winner. What a finish once again. And you know what? It looks like Hunter Terpstra has hopped into our waiting room. So we can go pull him.
I'll take this one.
All right, I'm going to pull him up
here.
And you go after him here. 1 second. And here he is.
Hunter, it's Jesse and Blake in the booth. You got us, bud?
Yep, I got you guys.
So I want to hear it from you on how it feels to come out of turn 4 in the lead by a good bit and then come into the finish line in third.
It definitely hurts. I said coming on to that restart that it was all going to go down to who was in second or third going off turn 4 because the runs at this track are so big. I think I probably would have blocked him, but I thought he went below the yellow, so I didn't think that was allowed, but he never fully did, so props to him.
He was very close, definitely very close to going below that yellow to pass you. I don't know how he kept it from going under it, but he managed to get a hell of a run and pass you.
Yep, I've always liked blocking to win these things. I've done it before, but...
Well, you know, and honestly, I can't really blame you there because you had Ethan Halsey shooting out to the outside, so I'm sure you're probably more worried about him at that time. And then Baker kind of comes out of nowhere, drops to your inside, so you really couldn't block them both.
As someone that I work with a lot, Ethan, I was not going to block him.
But,
one thing that we said going into that restart is we just wanted one of us 3 to win.
So when we interviewed Ethan, he said he's going to petition for them to move the starting line back 100 feet. Are you going to ask him to see if they can move it back about 300 or 400 feet for you next race?
Yeah, let's just put it on the backstretch. That sounds like more fun to me.
We'll just make it like Phoenix. We'll just switch sides.
To make it easier.
Yeah, well, you know, Hunter, we just want to congratulate you. You're in a hell of a race. You were in a position to win there and bring home the win for Hutchinson Motorsports, but unfortunately, you didn't. But you still got a podium finish, 3rd place. You know, can't complain.
Yeah, now I just got to rest up for the 24 tomorrow. That's going to be a long day.
I'll be right there with you, pal.
All right, well, that's Hunter Terpstra here. Again, great job there, Hunter, and good luck next week and the rest of the year.
Night, guys.
Good night.
See ya.
All right, that's Hunter Terpstra, our 3rd place finisher, which our top 3, they were actually 0.04 apart. Actually, our top 4 were all within a 1/10 of a second. So, I mean, we literally could throw a blanket over our top 4 there on that finish. You can't really ask for more. But how about Jordan Schur, though? You know, I just realized Jordan Schur with the 4th position. Not bad for a dirt guy. Bringing home the 4th spot here at iRacing Super Speedway.
That was definitely. He was definitely like the what's the phrase I'm looking for? I can't think of it, but he was one of the guys you don't expect to do much on asphalt, and he showed that he can belong. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. All right, Jesse. Well, before we head out, you got any shout outs or anything to say to our fans at home?
Just thanks for tuning in. I hope it was a good show. Thanks to the drivers for putting on a good show there at the end, and I've had a good time up here.
Well, for Bump and Run Jesse Becker, I'm Blake Hutchinson. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you same time, same